Hello there viewers, welcome back to another video. It is that time of year, and as a Football Manager YouTuber, I feel like it's one of my duties to report on Football Manager news when it's out there and as big as this. And the headline features for Football Manager 2019 are about to be released by Football Manager. I hope, at least. They've just tweeted, it's here, no more waiting, FM19 feature news is on the way, are you ready? Not everyone likes these sorts of videos, but for me, this is my first reaction to the new feature stuff. There's been a couple of leaks online in the last sort of half an hour about tactics and training. Hopefully they're going to give us some more in-depth information. So as it's reported, I shall tell you all about it and my thoughts on it. I play this game all year. I'm allowed to make this sort of video. And now we wait. Okay, the first bit of information we have is lots of love under the hood, reflected in a fresh new look. So let's go back to the start of this. Open it nice and big. I don't know what the quality is going to be like. It's not going to be great, is it? But we'll watch this regardless as it goes through. New style buff is very purple. Okay, they're giving us all sorts of screenshots. Okay, the quality on this video for me is not the best. It's better when smaller. But it's purple. It's really purple. Of course, their new branding, as you can kind of see from the logo there, is purple, so it does make sense. But to be fair, someone that wanted a new change in the UI, you can sort of see there that sort of grayer look behind. It's now not grey, it's purple. Nice animation on that reveal, by the way. I like that. Yeah, it's quite purple. These screenshots don't look hugely different from previous years. Staff looks pretty similar. Squad screen looks pretty similar. Okay, right then. Can I have more information? First things first, a look that is different. A new style, as they've put it. Okay, right, new style. We've started strong there. You might recall this was my list of things so far. UI redesign is kind of a tick. It looks different for your eyes, and I'm happy about that. Still lots of things on the list that we've not heard about yet. My reaction to that on Twitter has just been to type purple in capital letters. I noticed that Jack, my friend who worked the space, exactly the same. It's just written purple. Now, Proudy, my friend Proudy, has posted this screenshot, which reveals pressing forward. I wonder if that's replaced a role or if that's a new role. Time will tell. And an NCB, which is that what no nonsense centre back? Like, I wonder what NCB is. NCB. Interesting. But this is different. They've moved this to the left and they've put that on the right, and so it's not 100% different, but they've switched them, and the tactical style is known as the tactical style to begin with. Controlled possession. Let's find. Is there more to do? I sense there's more to do with this. Right. If FM want to announce something else now, that'd be great. They heard me. Excellent news. Okay. They've actually got. Okay. Well, I've just wrote this down. They've got links to this stuff. So let's see here then. It's on the forums. Interesting, they've put it on the forums. In Football Manager 2019, training undergoes its biggest overhaul in the history of the series. Over the years, we've been lucky to enjoy extensive access to training sessions at a host of clubs, etc., etc. This knowledge sharing, adding to the fact that we've already had a group of qualified coaches working at the studio, has helped us to create a revamped training module that is a realistic representation of how real clubs develop younger players and prepare established players for both a full season and individual fixtures. And then this screenshot is provided. Okay, blimey, they've revamped training, everyone. That's just the calendar. So you can see the list of games here. There's some games there as well. But then it's things to work on. So tactical style, wing play, working on quickness, chance creation, attacking wings, defending wider, chance conversion. Oh, wow, this is a lot more detailed. Possession style as well, ball retention, ball distribution, recovery. I mean, this is quite a big change. Without getting hands-on, it's hard to know exactly how it all operates, but that is a big change. The next picture is another training-related picture where they've got sort of the setup. So before, you would almost set it as like team cohesion or attacking, and you do it for a set amount of time. With this, you can be a lot more specific day by day. So you've got physical training, quickness, match tactics, defending wide, attacking wings, and match tactics, and then recovery after the game, of course. And then you sort of have a different session on a different. Maybe you can do that on the same day. I don't know. That looks like session 2. So it's almost like you've got 2 sessions, and you could have. I assume that means extra session ES. So you could have the potential to do 3 sessions a day rather than just your standard one-day tactics, which again is more like real life. Do we have any more pictures in regards to this? We do. Training. Again, we've got this mentoring. Now that to me sounds as if it's replaced tutoring. This mentoring. I mean, there's not. Okay, under training there's not a tutoring, but there is a mentoring. Of course, you've got your senior players who can help to develop the younger players with mentoring. I assume it's just new terminology. Again, I don't know what the differences are when it comes to mentoring now, but another subtle but good change, I think. Another training screenshot here. We've got units, positional units. So now so this must influence training. You've got your goalkeepers, you've got your defensive unit, which can also include midfielders. Well, I tried to scroll then, I can't scroll. Defensive unit, which includes defensive midfielders as well as your defenders. And then you've got attacking unit, which is like wingers, attacking midfielders, and strikers. So you can obviously, well, I'm hoping you can obviously flip between these. These are malleable. You can put them in different units. But yeah, that's... Again, it's sort of more lifelike, isn't it? You know that when teams train in real life, they train in this fashion. So that's good. They've got a rest tab. Now, for those who watch my series, you'll notice I rest players a lot. But now, it looks like I can rest depending on condition, which means I don't have to do it every time. So if I want some of these players who I know are like my starting 11, that I know that if they're at a certain condition, their intensity levels will drop during training. But if they're of high condition, you can double the intensity and keep them at that match fit level. Even if they're not playing, I guess you could put them in that position if their conditions are sort of worth it. That's really good though. I love that. That's so much more intuitive than it is at the moment. At the moment, having to select 11 players and rest them is annoying. Oh, and again, okay, we've got a screenshot here for training. Session 1, Session 2, extra session is a match preview with the team. That could be like a late at night kind of thing. I don't really know. You've also got your medical centre on that screen, as well as your training performance. There is a tab now to indicate if your training is good or not. So you can see there, Matt Kirby at AFC Wimbledon has trained an 8.75. If that's based per week, which will help with selection, for me, that's a huge change. How often do you use average ratings to decide if your players are in form or not? If you can do that via training, they've got a training rating. I'd be interested to see if that is continual throughout the season, so you don't fully know how well they've trained that week, or if that's a week-on-week thing where you get a training report of how players have trained before the game. I do like that a lot. That could be really interesting, and the way that you pick squads now, like that could be that will be a major factor as to how it's done. They've overhauled training a lot, and let's refer back to the list here. Where is it? Much improved training. I dare say this is as far as you can improve it, in my opinion. There maybe is some extra things they could do, but this is pretty much up there, in my opinion. Okay, good. What's next? More reveals, please. All right, there's been another tweet. Oh God's sake! They've put VAR. There's a video to go along with this. Oh, just what? Okay, VAR and match improvements. I mean, it's under two things. So what's this? This is VAR, is it? Where they all surround the ref. The ref actually goes over to a screen. Is this right? Okay, genuinely, is this a joke? Like, was this made as a joke? Was this made as a joke? VAR and match improvements. Right. I'm not sure if this is real. There actually is. There's a video for it. Match days where every manager spends their... Oh my God. All right, this is the video. Oh my... Okay. So there's an incident. Watch the ref. He's done the signal. He did the signal. Oh no. And then he trots off, does he? The camera focuses on the ref. You don't get to skip this. This is... And he goes over to our TV. He's reviewing the footage. What? He's done a signal. Oh. They've also added goal line technology. Like VAR, this feature it's in competitions that use the technology in real life. Goal line technology is shown in a form of replay from a top-down perspective that indicates whether the ball did or not cross the line. I don't mind that, because that is instant and worthwhile. I now have to wait in my video game to see if the video game has got the decision wrong. I don't... Okay, yeah. Both VAR and goal line technology will create a star off the pitch as well. I bet it will. I'm not even reading that bit. More than 500 animations have been replaced or improved. These include ball control animations, crosses, headers, passes, shots, tackles, some celebration, even crowd movements. Other visual change you'll notice, especially if you choose to manage those in smaller leagues, as the improvements we've made to stadiums to have the capacity up to 5,000. Okay, so they've improved those. Good, that's nice. There's another video here. Is this... Is this the referee? That's very loud in my ears. Sorry, everyone. That is the screen for, of course, the team talks. That looks largely the same. But they've got the dressing room now as the background picture. I quite like that. That's nice. Yes, okay, I'm on board. VAR. Right, there's another tweet. Let's get on this as well. Whether you're new to the game or a seasoned professional, get insights into FM19 with our new interactive manager introduction. You've no idea how pleased I am. So they've now, induction, it's what it's called, we shall read aloud. Football Manager 2019 introduced in-depth inductions on key aspects of the manager's experience. Inductions are essentially in-game on-screen tutorials that people have been asking for so long. One of the biggest complaints for Football Manager is it's really difficult to get into. Hopefully this bridges the gap between the new people that are coming to the game and the people that have used it for ages that will still learn stuff with these tutorials. They've got to find the balance between the two. That's going to be a challenge. But yeah, if it helps new people get into Football Manager, then that's always going to be a positive thing. Obviously, we get to see how good they are, but I'm hopeful. When starting a new game in FM19, you have the option to state your experience with the FM series. This determines whether you receive inductions at the start of your tenure. Of course, so for a seasoned person, you won't be bothered by them. But if you're new to the game or you want to maybe learn more that you didn't know before, then it's going to be really good to have that. And if it's a really good tutorial system, then loads of people will be pleased about it. So it takes you things like training and scouting. I've not seen the scouting screenshot yet. Of course, that's how when you put an offer in, the screen looks largely the same. They've got a new font now. I don't know if you noticed. The font is different for a lot of bits and pieces. They've got the medical centre overview as well. Again, relatively similar to last year, as is the hierarchy. I've always said there'll be people that look at this and go, X amount of money for just a reskin. Actually, I think training's a big development. VAR, I'm not really convinced on as a feature, if I'm going to be completely honest, but I know why it's there. And tactics seem vastly different as well, which is curious. I guess, look, I don't want the game to change. I want the change to get better. I want the game to get better. And I feel like with the changes they've made so far that I've seen, it is getting better. Is there more? FM19 is the first edition to include Bundesliga licenses. Explore Germany with the licenses. I mean, there is a video here. Again, the quality, not the greatest, but there is a video. So the Bundesliga is officially in FM. We've known that for quite a while, though, to be fair. After a wait of more than a decade, the fully licensed Bundesliga finally makes its debut in 2019, FM19. Okay, so they've all kitted out, club badges, everything, which is great because I think people often will go to other sources to get those anyway. So the fact they're in the game to start means you don't have to. And Mönchengladbach will now be called Mönchengladbach rather than BMG, which was a bit more terrifying. As Jack's pointed out, the Bundesliga with all the logo packs and everything does look really nice. I know you can get this yourself, but I just like the fact it's there. And these screens, more purple, but these screens, like you can see the difference here, is pretty drastic. Like the purple is big. And I really like the font. I don't know if anyone's with me there, but I really like the font. It looks a lot fresher. It looks a lot newer, I guess, as well. Oh, player screen. Leon Bailey. Okay, well, again, not much has changed here. I'm just going to very quickly browse through the attributes. I don't think any of them have changed from previous years, which they don't really need changing. They're at a pretty perfect level, and everything else looks pretty much the same or similar. Yeah, okay, there's not any changes on the player screens, but again, things that are already really good. I've never, like, I refer to the list if I've got the list. I don't say that on my list. Okay, here's the next one. Have even more tactical control by creating a brand new philosophy that incorporates a strategy when attacking. Here we go. I wonder if this is going to be the final thing. Okay, we'll have a look. Your footballing philosophies define who you are as a manager, and in Football Manager 2019, the tactic system has been revamped. I love that word. We've added so many things in this area in the last few years, and player roles in particular have become more important to FM and the real world. But we felt, with all these additions, that there were other things we wanted to add. We hadn't successfully presented them to you, the managers, in a cohesive manner, so you could get the best power at your fingertips and cope with new additions we wanted to make for this year. Okay, so you can see, choose a tactical style. So you can implement, before you even do anything else, you can implement a tactical style. Control possession, gegenpress, tiki-taka, vertical tiki-taka, wing play, route one, fluid counter-attack, direct counter-attack, and catenaccio, which I'm not going to pretend I know anything about, or maybe not even said it correctly. But then you've got the little details to what they are and what they do. I want that bigger. I've messed that up. So aims to dictate play, patiently wait for openings. That's obviously control possession. Instantly wins back possession. The Klopp style, essentially. Tiki-taka, of course, that we saw in Barcelona for years and years. The Tony Pulis route one. I mean, I really like that. I don't know if they're presets or if it just helps with instructions or how malleable it is. Like, can I still create... These are great, right? But can I still create my own individual tactic without having to use one of these set things? I think if that was forced upon me, I wouldn't like that as much. Like if you choose tiki-taka, do you have to have those dominate possession? I mean, if you're doing that sort of tactic, you probably want them. But you see what I'm saying? I still want them to be able to do sort of whatever I want as well. You must be able to. These are just like guidelines. I don't know. I don't know. There's more pictures though, so let's continue forward. So fluid counter-attack, you can see the in possession. Oh, so they've got in possession, in transition, and out of possession. So that creates loads more depth with tactics, rather than just having one tactic that you hope can defend without possession. Because I often create tactics for when I've got the ball. Rarely do I have them without the ball. Like, it's not a major thing with me. I think probably a lot of people adopt that in the same way. But okay. So you can see in possession, shorter passing to space, play out of defence, higher tempo, play narrower, and then out of possession, defend narrower, lower defensive line, lower line of engagement, and higher pressing intensity. I mean, is there more details? Okay, so here we are. This is when possession's been lost, when possession's been won, and goalkeeper in possession. And you can set all of these things to who you've got in your team, of course. And you've got a mentality as cautious too. And there's arrows are back. There's a lot to digest here. I don't want this video to be too long, so I won't go super in depth. But I do initial thoughts. I do like it. I think it's really nice. So you see, they've got in transition selected there. So that's obviously when in possession it's been lost. Okay, it was on the list. A tactic like overhaul was on my list. Again, without having the game to play, there's a lot to sort of digest here, but I want to see what it's all like. So that's the in possession one. So you've got sort of set things you can do in the final third or your approach play. This is sick. This is really good. I'm not just saying that. Like, I've already given my opinions on VAR. This is really good. Again, you've got your out of possession defensive shape. You've got lines. That suggests you can move the line within that sort of darker green colour. I mean, that's really nice. I hope you can. I really hope those lines move. Pressing forward. We told us about this ages ago in the video. It has replaced defensive forward, but pressing forward can now attack, whereas defensive forwards could either support or defend. They can now attack. Think Jamie Vardy, think Roberto Firmino. They play in that sort of way. I mean, I like that a lot as well. It's a really simple change, and it's just a name change really, but they've added a role which obviously then changes how that role operates. But I think that's a position in world football that has become more prevalent in recent years, so it's worth putting in there. That's it today for our headline features. Plenty more features drop over the coming days and weeks. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Video. And that is going to wrap up the video then. If you enjoyed this, do drop a like on it. If you want to see more FM19 related news and content, I will be doing it as it's released. And yeah, I mean, this has been fun. Join me though, won't you, for the upcoming series I'm going to do on FM19 as well. Be subscribed for that, turn on the notification thing so you're notified every time. And I'll see you later on for some Thames if that's what you're here for. We'll have with care for instance until next time. I'll see you again very, very soon. This was a long video. Goodbye.